What's good people, and welcome to the Silly, Nerdy, Sometimes Wordy podcast. And I'm your host, BK, and this is episode 41, really late 2024 NFL Draft first round QB thoughts, starting with the Chicago Bears. And in this episode, I'm going to be covering the 2024 NFL Draft, focusing on the Chicago Bears first round selections. Going to be covering the situation he's walking into, the weapons he has, and a small deep dive into the division and how that's going to go. But first, let's get into the nerdy notes. And in this episode's nerdy notes, I'm going to be focusing on some recent contract extensions that have recently been done for some players. However, I know it's been a while since I have been on, and I'm happy to be on. I know it's been a minute. Hope everybody is doing really, really well as we are now in the summer. So let's get to those contract extensions, starting with the San Francisco 49ers and their star running back, Christian McCaffrey. He gets a 2-year extension for $38 million, which includes $24 million in total guarantees, $14.2 in a signing bonus, giving him an average of $19 million per year for the next 2 seasons, making him the highest paid running back for the San Francisco 49ers. He is the key to that offense and makes it go. So good on him for getting that deal and his agents as well. Next, let's go to the Miami Dolphins and wide receiver Jalen Waddle. He gets a 3-year, $87.5 million extension, which includes $76 million in total guarantees, $18 million at the signing bonus, also $35 million guaranteed at signing, giving him an average of $28 million per this season. So we'll see how that goes for the Miami Dolphins. Of course, the head coach is apparently starting his meetings at 24 minutes past the hour because the Dolphins haven't won a playoff game in 24 years. So we will see how that goes. And lastly, let's go to another wide receiver from the Minnesota Vikings and wide receiver Justin Jefferson. He gets a 4-year, $140 million extension, $110 million in total guarantees, $36 million signing bonus, $88.7 guaranteed at signing, giving him an average of $35 million per year. This makes him, Justin Jefferson, the richest non-quarterback deal. So good on him. And this is coming from a Packers fan, but respected. He is the best wide receiver in the league. He's been there for quite some time, and he has helped me out on many fantasy teams. Now, there are some others that are waiting on extensions. One that has signed a franchise tag deal, but the deal has not been worked out yet. So I'm just going to run through some names here. San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk. He has not had an extension done yet. Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb. Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins. He's the one that signed a franchise tag, but no deal has been worked out yet. Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. He is in the final year of his 4-year extension that he signed back in 2021. And Dallas Cowboys edge rusher Micah Parsons. No deal has been done with him yet. So we will see how those deals plan out. If they get extensions, possible trades, sign-in trades, we will see. Now let's get into our main topic focusing on my thoughts on the 2024 NFL Draft that took place back on April 25th through April 27th of this year. And I'm going to be focusing on the Chicago Bears and the first round picks with the Bears and the other teams as well. But we're going to start this one off with the Bears first. And with their pick, everyone knew who they were selecting. First overall, quarterback Caleb Williams out of the University of Southern California, out of USC. He went number 1 overall. And the Bears also had a second first round pick. They came back and selected a wide receiver, Rome Odunze, out of the University of Washington. So the situation that Caleb Williams is walking into is a good situation. Good weapons to throw to, good weapons to hand the ball off to, okay offensive line, and a coaching staff that is not a brand new coaching staff, but is brand new to him. And let's look at the wide receiver room. He has DJ Moore, which he had a great season last year. And they signed free agent Keenan Allen over from the Los Angeles Chargers, an excellent route runner, a great receiver for a long time in this league. As I mentioned before, they drafted wide receiver Rome Odunze, and Rome Odunze and Caleb Williams, they have met prior to the draft and started to develop a friendship there. So he was very excited when they drafted Rome Odunze. So I'm sure he will be targeted a lot. They also have Dante Pettis. He's been a solid wide receiver in this league for quite some time. Let's look at the tight end room. Cole Kmet is a tight end that's been there. He's been a solid wide receiver. Gerald Everett was a free agent signing. Solid tight end there. Then let's look at the running back room. Khalil Herbert. He's been on this team. Solid running back. They signed free agent running back DeAndre Swift. That's a good signing. Can catch the ball out of the backfield as well as running it. And they also have Travis Homer. So good weapons for Caleb Williams, for him to throw to and hand the ball off to and dump it off the backfield with those running backs. Now, the only downside that I see is they didn't use that first round pick on an offensive line. And also, there is a veteran quarterback that they have in the quarterback room, but not one of note. So the quarterback room that he's walking into has Austin Reed, another rookie that was drafted in the later rounds. They also have Tyson Bagent. He was on the team last year. He had a couple starts. And Brett Rippon. He has 5 years in the league. Recently with the Los Angeles Rams, and prior to that, the Denver Broncos. So I'll say that he has Brett there to, as well as Tyson there, to kind of help him transition into the league and showing how things are done. So from that perspective, but from an experience perspective, having a veteran back up there to kind of help him out is not something that's in that quarterback room that you would like. I mean, it is from a small perspective, but it could be better. But, you know, it is early June, so they could still sign a veteran quarterback between now and training camp, or now in the regular season. So we'll see how that goes. But solid weapons for him to throw to. Lastly, the division that he's in. The division he's walking into is a tough division. He has the Green Bay Packers. He has the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. And I believe that this Chicago Bears team will be an improved team However, they will not have it easy because, like I said, the division that they're in, the Detroit Lions, Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers, and I believe the division winner will come down between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. So he's going against an established quarterback in Jared Goff, who recently got paid himself, and Jordan Love, who has established himself in 1 year. He is the guy there in Green Bay. He's also looking for an extension. And that offense was clicking in all cylinders. The defense came on as well. And the Detroit Lions, they're pretty good as well. They are just coming off an NFC Championship game appearance, and they could have easily been in the Super Bowl as well. Who knows? Maybe they would have won it if they would have gotten there. And the Minnesota Vikings, they, like I said, I mentioned that they re-signed Justin Jefferson, but that team is pretty solid with the weapons they have. Obviously, they'll have to see how the quarterback situation goes, but the defense there in Minnesota is pretty solid. And the defensive coordinator, Brian Flores, he is there for the second consecutive season, so he gets some continuity with that defense, which will be improved there as well. And so we'll see how that goes. So the Bears will have a tough task. So we'll get to see a lot of them. They will be in the Hall of Fame game. They will be the Hard Knocks team in August. So excited to see how that inner workings goes. But that's my thoughts on the Chicago Bears. If anything, I think they have a chance to maybe battle it out for a wild card spot. I don't think they're going to win a division because of, like I said, the Detroit Lions and Green Bay Packers. So, but that's why they play the game. So we'll see how it goes when we get to September. All right. So that's all I have for you on this episode. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to try to do some other episodes on the other first round quarterbacks that were drafted in the first round. So I'm going to do the same thing for those teams and those young quarterbacks. Hope you enjoyed. Please give me a listen on Spotify and iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, and wherever you get your podcasts. Greatly appreciate it. And thank you guys for continuing to listen here domestically and internationally. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. And that's all I have for you today. So, until next time, we will talk soon.